There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left.
Side stories.
That's when the cannibalism started.
Side stories.
Yes. Hey guys, I don't know if you noticed, there's gonna be a little bit of a difference in the audio quality today.
Yep.
Because today is a special day.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, why?
Because I'm finally home. It's so good to finally be home in my mama and papa's house.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Oh, these walls. Oh, the memories. The cherished memories of my childhood home. I'm sitting in Jackie's childhood room currently. And you can just hear in the walls, you can hear, from what I remember, hearing outside the door, right? Because our rooms are right next to each other when we were growing up. And I can hear Jackie going like, "Oh, Legolas, will you be my boyfriend?"
She was speaking to Legolas.
Oh, yeah, she had a life-size cutout of Legolas. You're like, "Oh, Legolas, will you kiss me? Are you going to kiss me tonight?"
Oh, she's going to torture you when she finds out you just told that story to the world.
No, but she'd always do the thing, and then you hear Legolas go, "Of course, Jackie. Of course I'll be your gay boyfriend."
Really?
And she's just like,
"Oh, I knew you would. I knew you'd sing this."
Oh, Jackie's gonna murder you. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Side Stories. I'm Ben. We have Henry hanging out in his beautiful, I'm looking at the pillows. Everything is a version of a weird color green and brown. Really kick-ass calendar in the background.
It's country cabin.
It's country cabin. You're living the dream. Henry Zabrowski, do you feel like a child again?
all I try to do is every day try to get the pure joy, the ecstasy of being a boy, the listless ecstasy of my 280-pound body consuming Alfredo sauce at 3 o'clock in the morning with Jackie. Because Jackie and I used to have our second dinners late at night. Because Jackie used to work really hard in school. So she was also on a lot of Adderall, I'll find out later.
Yeah, she was a real Jessie Spano from Saved by the Bell.
She really was.
Yeah.
Very excited. So excited, so scared.
Of course. Jackie got straight A's, didn't she?
But she worked really hard. I learned that you had to be good at the tests, and then you get a reputation of being a class clown, and I got a lot of passes.
Ah, yes. I did a similar thing.
Yes, that's we hacked the system.
Right.
Jackie was good at school, but the thing is, I was bad at school. That caused my mom to put a microscope on my life because she equated bad grades with doing drugs, experimenting with fraternizing with boys and women.
Oh my goodness.
She really viewed me as quite a sex bot.
Really? 280 pounds, 16-year-old Henry Zabrowski.
Oh, yeah.
Your mom was concerned that you were going to knock a young girl up and have a child out of wedlock? I don't think that was going to happen.
Was gay. My father thought I was gay until I brought my first girlfriend home, and then he was super excited. They didn't know how much lick I was making in this childhood bedroom, man.
I don't know if that's... I think you might be... You might have some revisionist history going on. The lick
Winner's right history.
Yeah, is that right? I think the only licking was you licking your own palm so you could jerk off smoother. But whatever. I don't know.
I had my own VCR. What else was I supposed to do? But Jackie was good at school, so they didn't deeply pry into her life. So she got to do a lot of drugs.
Right.
Jackie and I used to have like second dinners at night where we just like, oh yeah, time to get out that meatloaf, and then we like cover it extra cheese and put it in the toaster oven, and then watch Iron Chef. Because at the time, the old school Iron Chef.
Oh, I loved it. Oh, that was kick-ass. That's a great competition. Great competition.
Used to have so much fun, man. That was the fun times, just fucking snarfing down that food.
Wow.
But I was sober.
Yeah, no, I believe that. Yeah, no, you definitely had an addiction to cheese and meatloaf and a whole series of other kind of food. Yeah, I mean, of course. You grew up in an Italian household.
This whole place, this morning I woke up to a fun conversation with my mom where she was like, just so you know, we have the cremation already paid for. Me, father, and I already don't have to worry about that. You don't have to pay for the caskets because we don't want when we want to be burned.
Why does your mom...
You can do whatever you want with our ashes, Henry Thomas, whatever you want. I was like, oh, you want me to fucking snort them like you're Ozzy Osbourne? That's
Why
what we're
does
talking
your
about
mom
here.
wake you up
it's
with the most devastating information? It really is a strange habit that
we
she has.
think your uncle was molested. We don't know, but it's just an evil rumor. It's just a rumor that makes no sense. This is where we got it from.
Yeah.
Where it's all just fan fiction.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
It's fairy tales, but cruel fairy tales about our lives, about our history.
You know, your mom has a lot of time on her hands, and she has to do something. She has to think about some things. I think that they live an exciting life, but, you know, they only go to 2 restaurants, so you got to spice it up a little bit.
You got Frenchie's, which is the Greek restaurant, because they make it so, I hate when you go to the Greek place and they cover it in olives. I was like, Mom, it's a Greek place. You go to a Greek food restaurant. Oh, it's disgusting how many olives put on there. I got to spit them out. Pui. And I mean, and none of it's good. And they go to that, and they go to the Outbacks.
Outback Steakhouse.
The whole thing is, but Outbacks here in Florida, you don't have to even sit in the restaurant. It's like the best part is that you go to the drive-through window, you go to the pickup window.
Really?
So you don't have to pay all that extra money on drinks. And you got to pay all that extra money, give it a tip.
Honestly,
to the
though,
server.
that is making money on top of money. And that's actually a good segue into a little tale here. We don't have the most intense stories this week. It's going to be...
We've been covering a lot of them.
Yeah, we've been covering a lot of them. We have a couple of viewer emails or listener emails that we're going to read. But this story... I think we've all been here. So this woman was accused of attacking a pregnant driver. And why did she attack her? Because the pregnant driver cut her off in a Chick-fil-A drive-thru. And, you know, it's definitely not right to stab someone. You should never attack them, especially if they're pregnant.
But also,
you're going to cut in front of
cutters.
You got people who are hangry. You know that they're hungry, and you know they're angry because they're in line at a Chick-fil-A. You are just tempting the devil if you do something egregious, such as cut in line when in a drive-thru. So you got to know what risk you're taking to get that Chick-fil-A a little faster.
There's a part of me that actually wonders, because this is a recent story, right?
Yes, this is a recent one. This is from August 27th.
I think that there is a renewed pressure now on Chick-fil-A, right? Because of the Popeyes chicken sandwich kerfluffle.
I know. Now, a lot of people are saying, for those that don't know, there was a Twitter feud because that's where our presidents fight and that's where our fast food restaurants fight with each other as well, with Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. But some folks are saying, Henry, that's a big marketing plan. A big ploy by both Popeyes and Chick-fil-A.
No.
Yes.
Kissel, what?
Yes, it could all be a lark.
They're lying.
It's a mark. No, it's not lying. It's not lying. It's marketing.
Marketing.
See, there's a big difference there.
There is.
So authorities in Delaware, they charged this 19-year-old woman with assault and reckless endangerment for allegedly attacking the pregnant woman. A statement by the Delaware State Police confirms the charges against Jada Blank, which include a single count of menacing. So she won't be going away for that long.
Nobody asked this bitch to get pregnant.
No.
All right? I don't want to be controversial.
You almost made me agree with something bad. You made me almost agree with something bad. And that's not right because she is eating for 2. And if you're a little baby in the womb and you have a mom who loves you enough to get you Chick-fil-A before you can even breathe outside of a body.
Southern mother, controversial mother. But you know what I'll say? So, you've been reading all this news. Popeye's chicken sandwich running out of chicken.
Okay.
Popeye's running out of chicken. So you start getting a thought in your head, these motherfuckers are shortlisting us on chicken. and they're doing it on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
They're limiting supply on purpose.
Sure.
So that you get all revved up and you miss out on that chicken.
Ooh.
So you get thirsty for it. You got to show up. You got to get it, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Chick-fil-A has got a little bit of a run of its own, and now they're seeing, okay, Popeyes is this is about economics.
Right.
This is bigger than fucking you. This is bigger than me. They are looking at the bottom line, and they're like, okay, we got every motherfucker in the world out here lining up for our sweet-ass hot chicken.
Right.
So what we'll do is order less than we normally have it. So when they show up looking for that chicken, and it's not there, they want to come back even harder for it.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A might be, I'm not saying they are, but I'm going to see the way people fuck with supply and demand.
Sure.
Right? Look at the Fed.
Yeah.
You just look at the Fed. If they're doing it on that level, they're going to be doing it on the smaller levels. So what they're doing is maybe they're going to go on a short shrift here for the chicken, trying to bump up the demand. So this bitch understands, I got to go. I got to fucking take out this woman. She's going to take probably 4 sandwiches.
She could.
pregnant.
She's eating for 2. Absolutely. And then, maybe the husband or the boyfriend or whoever got her pregnant, he's probably hungry as well. So he's going to
She could be artificially inseminated. So she could be bringing 10 Chick-fil-A sandwiches to all the doctors.
I love
at
this.
the IVF clinic.
I love Ben Stein, Henry Zabrowski, supply side
Follow the
economics.
money.
You're nailing it. So Blake was the operator of a vehicle. That's the woman who attacked this other chick. Blake was the operator of a vehicle. This is according to the police. Blake was the operator of a vehicle that was waiting in the drive-through lane when another vehicle operated by a 21-year-old female attempted to pull in front of her. The police say Blake accelerated abruptly and blocked the vehicle from moving forward. She then exited her vehicle and confronted the other driver. Don't mess with people when they are hungry. I mean, they all say, everyone always says we're about three meals away from a revolution. Basically, if you don't have people fed, you got a bunch of angry folks on your hands, and they will stab and murder, potentially kill someone, just to get that sweet chicken. I mean, we talk about the water wars, but I think you're right. Maybe it is a chicken war coming up.
Right now, they're trying to make one.
Maybe.
We're part of an artificial chicken war that we have been placed into in order to distract us for the fact that the earth is dying. All of this is this is what's happening. They're trying to take focus away from the Epstein case. That's what all this is all about.
You think this is all about Epstein?
Always.
Really?
Always.
Okay.
So say this again. Pregnant woman was the one that cut the other person off?
Yes.
Or pregnant woman?
No, that's the thing. That's what happened. And then she said, no, that ain't going to happen. So she blocked her and was like, I'm sorry, buddy. You're not going in here first. I will say for Miss Blake, the woman who stabbed the other woman, she did waste valuable time that she could have spent getting her chicken sandwich. Because then, of course, she got arrested, and no word in the article if she did end up receiving a chicken sandwich. I'm assuming the police probably did not allow her to go through with her order, but I don't know. I don't know.
Obviously, this fight is about something else.
You think so? I think this is literally about a chicken sandwich.
It might be because, and again, I think you're correct because I was recently having a food supply problem in my Civ 5 game because I'm playing the Zulus and I'm trying to do domination victory and I had a whole problem with supply lines.
Right.
That I've been working on.
Well, I have I have a similar supply story when it comes to Division 2. I'm working on getting my, the True Sons. They're messing with my supply lines. It's very difficult to keep up because they're extremely aggressive. So I understand. But the difference is, Henry, those are video games, and this woman, what she did, brought it into the real world. She had a vision, and she brought it into reality.
Again, playing for keeps. I remember, it reminds me of the Chappelle Show sketches, that one of the best series, when keeping it real goes wrong.
Ah, yes. I do love Chappelle. He was wonderful.
Very, very funny. Okay, I want to read this story from Newsweek.
Ooh.
Florida man arrested after botched home castration on man he met via dark web eunuch fetish site.
Okay.
Interesting.
Right.
This was written by Jason Murdoch. I'm not going to become what happened with a bunch of people are getting hit up for plagiarism. I'm going to make sure you tell people who wrote these things because people work hard in these articles.
Absolutely.
Right? A 74-year-old Florida man was arrested on Monday following a botched castration attempt on an individual he met via a dark web fetish site, police say. According to jail inmate records, Gary Van Ryswick of Sebring was detained by officers from the Highlands County Sheriff's Office on Monday and charged with practicing medicine without a license. So,
that's the
is
charge?
That really what the charge is?
The charge is
this
practicing.
Is what we're doing?
Really? That's
Unfortunately, we were going to try to get him on weenie whacking, but that is not an official crime. Deputies arrived at the man's Orday Road residence shortly before midnight Sunday after a 911 hang-up call. The door was answered by Van Ryswick, who told them he had castrated the man, 53. The man was found in a bed in the home, bleeding heavily from the groin.
Ooh.
Close by, a pink container contained his testicles, deputies say. The room had been set up like a surgical center, complete with medical equipment and painkillers. A camera had also been set up to record the procedure, but it was not immediately clear if it was filming. It's a prank one.
All right.
It's like the Impractical Jokers.
Really? I love the Impractical Jokers. Check out their show. We might actually be on their cruise next year. Sal and Joe are just wonderful people. We love them.
Make sure you remind them because they invited us, and I don't know if it's because they were drunk or not, but you tell them we want to be on that Impractical Jokers
No, that's
cruise.
the best thing with Sal and Joe. because they're real dudes just like us. And so every conversation we have is like, yeah, man, we got to do that cruise, dude. Like we're just like hammered off of Bud Lights.
Yes.
Just wonderful. But I have a question here. So what is this whole fantasy? Because we've heard about this before. This whole castration thing. They met on the dark web. The guy was, obviously into having his balls removed from his body by a man who is visibly not a doctor. If you look at the man's mugshot, he looks like someone that you would cross the street if you saw him walking towards you. He's extremely scary. He's just old. He's old, white, just a scary dude. Just a guy who, if the baseball goes into his yard, it's his baseball. No kids go in there.
Santa Claus, but with the WS. It is. This man is very, very scary looking.
So why do this? Why would you do this?
You know what's weird is that this is fairly common. The removal of the penis is something that people find very interesting. I don't know why.
But you can only do it one time.
You can only do it once.
Yeah, so what? I mean, at some point, the guy's just sitting there bleeding from the groin. He had to have like a thought where it's like, oh, shouldn't have done that. Like that was kind of anticlimactic.
Be like, I wish I didn't ruin on that guy. I wish it was Billy, that guy I met in Italy. Man, that guy was nice. I wish he would have done it to me, but he ran away.
Oh.
So I tried to get him to do it. I gave him the knife.
Whoa.
But Van Ryswick told police he had attempted the same procedure on the man a week prior, but it was delayed. He claimed to have castrated a man a few years ago, which is, I guess you get it back, you want to do it again, a motel that had similar results but was not reported to law enforcement at the time, deputies noted. Now, this is according to BuzzFeed.
But what's the other possible result? There's no other possible result. Did this man think that something else was going to happen?
There's just no receipt, okay? There's no going back. So once the penis is gone, your ultimate pleasure has happened, right? So then it's over. But according to BuzzFeed, now this is where it gets, I'm going to say the details get unfortunate. The initial procedure had to be pushed back a week because the man had ejaculated while Van Ryswick attempted to sanitize his penis the last time. So he covered a bunch of hand sanitizer, which is true, to sanitize it, and the guy fucking just came his pants, right? Scott Dressel, the sheriff's office public information officer, man, he must have been so excited to deal with this.
I don't know.
Told the media outlet he was unsure if the patient's testicles had been reattached when he reached the hospital, where he remains in a stable condition. You say stable, I mean physically.
Yes, he might need to go see a therapist or something. The sheriff's office.
According to the sheriff's office. And you know what? I don't even know if he even want that. Meaning, he doesn't even know if he'd want his testicles reattached.
Really?
Because he asked for them to be cut off.
I guess that's true. He would have to go and do this all over again. So basically on Facebook, the sheriff's department was like, it was a pretty routine stop, but most of them... But then they go on to say, but most of them don't make the cut when it comes to being memorable. This one will definitely hang around in the memory for a while. I know they're sneaking in puns here because they close it out with,
asshole.
This one is a little, let's just say sensitive. You could even say it's kind of nuts. So the sheriff department having a good time because I guess I guess the only crime that they could charge him with is you're not a doctor. So
You're not a doctor.
You're not a doctor. So that's it.
Well, it is consensual. It seems to be that the reason why they called 911 was because he was bleeding uncontrollably.
Yeah.
And despite the fantasy, or maybe even because of the fantasy, he's not a doctor.
Right.
So there's really not much he can do. So I imagine maybe this is the first time. I mean, he says he'd done it years ago, so maybe he he knew what to expect, or maybe he didn't. Maybe before he just cut the actual penis off and not the balls.
That poor maid at whatever La Quinta Inn that he did his first surgery at, just opening up the doors. I mean, I feel bad for maids. I always leave a tip because not
where
not
shit
to
happens.
be punny. I leave a tip of cash, not my whatever.
Not your penis.
Yes, but. My God, you just walk up, you open the door, and then all you see is just something covered in blood and perhaps a pair of testicles on the dresser. I mean, that's a rough day for a maid.
Well, tell you what, if I was doing this, I'd want to go to a fancy hotel because normally they're better at covering your secrets. Not like where do we go to in St. Paul where they call the cops on me for weed?
We have to put that place on
blast. Was that the Hyatt place?
Was it the Hyatt place in St. Paul?
Hyatt place
Do
in
not
St.
go
Paul?
to the Hyatt place in St. Paul.
Don't go to that place. They're a bunch of narcs.
Yeah,
the place go fuck itself.
They are.
But they are saying that this is what they're, one of those chains will probably call the police. We're a nicer hotel. Even the Caesars in Atlantic City.
What?
That's a good place to cut a guy's dick off. If he wants it.
I think that the Caesars would. I think even a nice hotel in this case, if they find a pair of testicles in a jelly jar on the dresser, I think they would call the cops. I'm just going to throw that out there.
It could be a good luck charm. It could be passed down. Who knows what's in my parents' will?
It's not the guy.
Who knows at the very end of their lifestyle where my father decided as a fun joke to get his quote-unquote eggs pickled so I could have them. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do. His weird old Navy ideas that could come back out of nowhere. Not Old Navy, the store, but the U.S. Navy.
Right, of course. He's not the Major League. What's the name of the black dude from Major League with the balls? And they always did that thing with the balls, and then he would always hit the home run.
I think it's just is that Major League? Oh, God. Is that 1 and 2?
I think it might be. Oh, he's great. Anyway. All right. So if you're going to have a eunuch fetish, I suppose if it's all consensual, you do you, but just do it with a doctor if that's something that you really want to do.
I just
Be
don't
safe.
understand because you can only do it the one time.
I don't get it, but that's, you know what? Different strokes for different folks.
Because then in the end, this is the other thing. If the fantasy's so thorough, but the guy just came one time.
Right.
Yeah, you're fucking trying to get his dick all clean, I guess. And so he shoots at one time. A man is ready to go at least 45 minutes later. So why wouldn't you redo it? Unless you just understand being like, hey, you know what? You could actually just blow me.
Yeah.
You know what? This really works. We'll do this next week. Where you can then it starts becoming the movie Helen Hunt's The Sessions, where every single time you go, and you're making a big deal about him cutting your penis off and how much you want it.
Right.
But really, in the end, you just want a doctor to jerk you off.
There it is. That's a perfect compromise. Maybe put a rubber band around the balls. You get the sensation.
No.
Make them go numb, and then you can pretend. No. You can pretend. I'm just gonna say this seems like something you can simulate.
As soon as you come, you're thinking clearly again.
Sure.
You got to get it out.
Get it out.
You got to get it out of the system because then you can go back to normal and really decide, do I want to do this? Is this my dream?
Right.
Do I really want to be on this softball team? Or this unisex softball team?
Sure.
Or do I just think I'm going to get closer to Mary Lou?
Well, have a little fun with it. Well, speaking of a little fun, this story I just want to talk about briefly. Because this man is the gift that keeps on giving. He's got about another maybe 13 seconds of fame left, but we'll talk Bagel Boss here.
Oh, you want to tell this story? I feel like this story, yes, you could do it, but I don't want to give him too much more attention.
No, we're not going to give him too much more attention, but if you want to find the New York Post, Chris Perez, he wrote this article, and there's a video of the Bagel Boss freaking out, and he just got arrested, and, the cops said that they're sick of his nonsense. He was cursing at the police. They took him down. They arrested him. They put shackles all over his body, and evidently this is something that's fairly common with the police. When they just straight up want to humiliate someone, they put the ankle shackles on. And Henry
My
was
father
telling
did tell me. My father told me he's like, if you really want an easy way to calm a guy down, put him in anklets.
Yes.
He's like, if a guy is freaking out, you do the hands and you say, hey, we're gonna hog tie you.
Right.
Do you want that? And if they're too busy Bagel Boss and going, fuck you, pig, fuck you, pig. Because he was making a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Because unfortunately he was going for human tornado. That's because that's the short man's last resort is scorched earth.
Well, this is the thing.
Right?
The only comparisons here that we have is, Henry is much taller. Henry is a gigantic man compared to this little
I'd
man.
slap the fucking shit out of Bagel Boss.
You would dominate Bagel Boss, but the thing is, when you're a little person, this is why I don't mess with little people. I don't mess with anyone because you never know who's crazy. But I say anyone under 5'8" or 5'8" see, I'm being nice to you, goes crazy in a fight because that's the only resort. So Bagel Boss is really just doing the only thing he can do, Tasmanian Devil. But at the end of the day, you're still going to lose. But he did take the tiny person strategy of just go crazy and see if you can't poke an eye out.
It's like punishing a dog too hard for shitting in the house.
Yeah.
It's just a dog. And it's an animal, and it's going to do it sometimes. The animal doesn't really know. Bagel Boss is a fucking animal. He only knows the rules of the jungle. He's trying to make a big deal. But my father told me, again, he's like, you put the guy in anklets. If he's still screaming, what we then do is we attach the handcuffs to the anklets, fully hog tie you. Now you really can't move. If you're still screaming, they put you in a big burlap sack, which is true.
A burlap sack.
They have a sack that they just put you in. If you are really, really upsetting, and he's like, we try not to hit you. I love the way he puts it. He's like, I don't want to hit you. I don't want to get blood on my fucking pants. Like, literally, this is what he said. He's like, so, when it comes down to it, it's a lot of energy. Fucking pin a guy down, and you're hitting him. It's like you could juice him a couple times, which is what he called shooting him in the face, giving him, like, either
with mace?
Pepper spray.
Okay.
Doing pepper spray. Because that was back in the day when they weren't really doing the tasers.
Right.
So he's like, we had to have to beat you into submission, which we don't want to do. So it's just a little bit easier to put you in a sack. And then you can scream all you want, but we can barely hear you. So basically, they put you at the back so you can scream it out.
I see. All right. Well, it's a good thing cell phone cameras weren't around when your father was working the beat, because I have a feeling he would have been a bit of a problematic character.
Also, I will say, they were taming, quote unquote, taming New York in 1970s and the 1980s. But it was also... It was bad. There was many bad
It
things
sounds like
in
it.
there.
All right, so there you go. We won't mention him again, but I just thought that was interesting because he did utilize the Henry Zebrowski strategy of, if in a fight, you just go crazy.
And then the cops utilized the Henry Zebrowski Sr. strategy of a really good way to calm a grown man down is to embarrass him in front of a giant group of people.
Yeah.
Because that's really what they did, was deeply, deeply embarrass his fucking ass.
Yes, absolutely.
Because which he was already doing himself.
Yes.
Because he's an embarrassing person, and he needs to go away, and he keeps showing up on all these things. I think he got a Sirius XM contract.
Well, You know what? We had one of the best pilots in Sirius radio history, and they said no, but thank God. Thank God that they said no to us.
Do you remember the conversation we had with them where they legitimately said because they thought it was too good? And we're like, oh, yeah? No, that's why you're not giving us a job?
That was it. They said it was too sincere because we were doing Comedy Central Sirius Radio. I don't even know if that still exists. And they said that we were too sincere. And I suppose we should have done, I don't know, something different.
I felt we were fairly sarcastic.
I thought it was so as well, but you never know. If you want it, by the way, just speaking of that, it was good that they said no because now we get to have our own company. We get to be with all of you. If you want to be inspired, Henry, you have to listen to from Friends, the tall one from Friends, the girl. What's her name? Phoebe. Phoebe gave it a commencement speech, and it was very inspiring.
Was on Friends.
Yes, but it was very inspiring.
She still was on Friends.
She
booked Friends.
Henry, she was told no, so many times. And then, yes, she did find herself a multimillionaire in her mid-20s.
She was
like
28.
I know.
She booked Friends.
Yes, but nonetheless, it was inspiring, so I recommend it.
Thank you, though. Honestly, you're correct. Someone sent me a really good UFO video from Reddit Alien subreddit, which was fun, and it was a flying saucer on the way to the UK.
Okay.
This was posted by somebody. Man, this is just fucking crazy. This is a nice size object that is just a disc. It's cool. It's good footage. I will say, Natalie and I spent about 25 minutes staring at a weird thing in the sky last night.
Really?
We were hammered.
No, but what did you see up there? I mean, obviously, I feel like there's a lot of reports in Florida about UFOs and things like that.
It was glittering pretty hard, and we saw something not too long ago. In December 24th of 2016, we saw a red object that was very, very interesting, but I don't know. Could have been a Chinese lantern because people were doing that all the time. So I don't want to say. I am way more, even though I seem to be an excitable person.
Sure.
When it comes to these news stories. I also I need some pretty heavy testicles in a jar evidence.
Wow.
Like, I need it right there. I really want to see it.
Okay.
If I'm going to talk about it officially.
Okay. So, but this video that was sent to you,
if you
what
want
do
to look
think?
it up, it's from the UK, July 10th, 2019. Take a look at this video. Like, search for it on Reddit if you want to be on that website. Search for it, and it is very interesting. It's on Our Aliens.
All right, I'm pulling it up right here. Saw a flying saucer on my flight to the UK, July 10th, 2019. Search that on Our Aliens. And yeah, man, that's extremely trippy.
You looking at it?
I'm looking at it right now. It's again, people need to stay still when filming these things.
It's difficult. It's on you get excited.
So he's on an airline, so we know that there is, yeah, that's really scary. It looks as if it's kind of like a cloud or something, but it's not. I like it. It looks like it looks like one of those plastic bags blown in the wind, like an American Beauty. Very powerful.
No, it does. It's like a solid, like a Tic Tac.
It's very cool.
I think it's very interesting. Oh, I'm going to post in those episodes that we I think it was probably 2 months ago. I finally got permission to post the Ring video of that female ghost.
Cool.
And I'm going to post it on the Twitter account.
Awesome. And we have another kick-ass ghost video from the man that we met at Comic-Con, which we should
We just have to find that somewhere in the mix.
Yeah, we would love that. Okay, very cool. So check out that hot UFO footage. This is why it's a little scary to look out the window when flying in an airplane, because you never know what you're going to see. And the Twilight Zone really did ruin that for me. Just thinking about the little green men hanging out on the wings, ready to pounce and eat.
Something on the wing.
Something
on the wing. I do wish that. Do you feel like pilots have stopped like pointing out like landmarks anymore?
What do you
I feel
mean?
like pilots more often back in the day used to be like, and ladies and gentlemen, if you take a look at your left window, you'll see the Bering Strait. Like, they don't do that as much.
No, they don't do that. The pilots are only there to deliver relatively bad news and then sometimes mildly okay news. But it's never great when the pilot comes on.
No.
But
It's
you know
either
what?
to tell you you're at that. It's either at. But if the plane is not moving and the pilot comes on, it means that you're about to be told you're not going to leave today.
Nope, definitely not. I don't really like, and it's sad. I don't know what happened to me. I used to like when people were more spicy. But, you see those videos sometimes of like a steward being like, oh, this one sings all of the announcements. This steward tells funny jokes. But I don't really need it. I just kind of want to sit.
You're losing the fun.
I'm losing the fun.
Our travels are just becoming more mundane to you because the more you're in a plane, the more it becomes like a bus. And the last thing I want to hear is a funny bus driver.
No, I don't want to hear it.
Every once in a while, a flight attendant's super funny, and I appreciate it. It's better than being mad.
It is.
Because if they're mad, they're going to kill one of us. They're going to just open the door and let us all die in there because they're going to take this as their moment to put revenge on every customer that's wronged them.
Yeah.
So I try to be nice.
I'm very nice.
It's also important.
I'm very nice.
Do you tip your flight attendant?
No.
You should be tipping them more.
Is that right?
You got the cash. And you get boozed up enough to do it.
I didn't think that was even a thing.
Don't touch them.
No, I know you don't
it's nice
touch
to
him.
put it.
I'm not.
You got a 6 inches rule, like your favorite
places. It's not a warrant
places.
video. It's not pour some sugar on me. I understand. I would just give them $20, but I didn't think that is that something I should be doing?
Yeah, everybody. Tip anybody.
Really?
In the end, they want the test because they are Sky bartenders half the time, but also Sky security officers.
Yep.
So you just give them a $5. You're like, thank you.
All right.
If he's like a friendly, older, like, man, you know what I mean? You can put it in his pocket.
Okay. All right. I'll
And he'll
treat it
go
like the
like,
Polar Express.
Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, all right. Yeah, you just slide in the palm. Be like, this is for yourself.
Oh.
Buy something nice.
That is a cool thing to do, and it's a cool thing to say. This is for you and your family. Yeah, I like that. And we had, my favorite stewardess was a woman who told us, me and Marcus, all about a humanoid that she had encountered on the plane. Made me feel slightly concerned. Because
I put my last podcast hat on. I love the story. I think it's great. Awesome, cool humanoids. When I take the last podcast hat off, I'm like, Oh, no. You're in charge of the fucking rafts.
You are the third.
If there is a crash.
You are the third in command when it comes. You got 2 pilots, and then it's like you. And I don't know. Anyway, well, we will get to some more letters here in a moment. I just want to do Hero of the Week.
Side stories.
And Hero of the Week this week is a man who's been struggling with some transgressions when he was a teenager, and they've been haunting him his entire rap career, but now he is finally free. Rapper Meek Mill has had all charges dropped against him. He, in 2007, authorities charged him with assault, drug, and gun possession. He was 19. Ever since, Mill has been in and out of both courts and the penal system, even amid allegations of police corruption lodged against the arresting officer. So, Meek, you're Hero of the Week. Congratulations on having all of your charges dropped. And it just lets you know redemption is possible.
Who is this person?
He's a rapper. He's a very successful rapper. He's like what? And
what
honestly,
songs did he do? Can I just say what songs did he do?
Well, you can't. Now you're trying to put me on the spot with all that. He did.
Sing one.
He did. Meek Mills and Farm and Fleet. He did.
Can you sing the hook to any one of his songs?
I'm meek and I'm strong, but I'm strong.
Blah 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 blah.
You know, this is I'm more of an old country music fan, but I still appreciate art.
I'm with you, and I you know, I'm with you. I love men getting free. Be free.
All of our fans are cooler than us, and they're just like, why do we listen to these old grandpas?
We're not old. We're not that old
I
yet.
know.
We just don't listen to hip hop, but we should because that's the only thing people listen to.
Well, I like this story because it reminds you redemption is possible, and the legal system totally corrupt, totally screwed over Meek. And I just believe that he is gone. Now he's off to bigger and better things, and I hope he does not have to go back to jail.
Name another one of his songs, Kissel.
There's one called Meek Mill and the Rabbits, and it's really fun.
You're just saying stuff from Underground Garage. That's Channel 21 on Sirius, man.
Yeah.
This is more old man talk.
I don't know. All right, let me find. Travis, what's a Meek Mill song? Travis is cool.
Going Bad with Drake.
Whoa.
See?
Their big comeback together after they had a feud. They had a beef.
Great.
Can you sing one of their hooks, Travis? Do I know these songs?
I mean, the hook to a Meek Mill song, it's not really like a hooky rapper.
What's the point? I thought the hook is the best part.
The Blues Traveler said it was. We're too white for any of this conversation. All right. Anyway, Meek Mill, congratulations. You are a Hero of the Week, despite the fact that we don't know any of your music. But
I'm just glad he's free.
I'm happy he's free, and I love him. I think he's a wonderful man, and he's funny. All right, let's do some listener email.
Okay, let me read this first one. Now, this is a story that remind me, listeners are better at our history than we are. Mm-hmm. I want to tell me, because I believe we have heard a story about a cat with a baby face before.
Yeah, it sounds something.
I'm pretty certain we've heard a listener story about this. Mm-hmm. So if you remember, tell me about it, because if this is true, and we have heard this before, I think this baby face cat is something real. Here we go. This is from Jay. In Michigan, I was leaving my parents' house going down their quarter-mile driveway when I saw a cat 10 feet in front of my car. Right off the bat, I knew the cat looked weird, but I didn't think anything of it. I rolled down my window to call it over, and eventually I tried getting out of my car to see if I could check it out before it ran into the woods and disappeared. The whole time that I saw the cat, I just couldn't take my eyes off of it. My brain was trying to process what I was seeing, I guess. Its fur was a very strange color, but I couldn't put my finger on what was about it or anything for that matter, until it left my sight. As soon as it ran away, though, everything about it hit me like a ton of bricks. Its fur was the color of a typical white person. Head had very pointy ears and a very stiff body, only describable as an imperial snobby cat.
Oh.
The look on its face was comparable to if you saw something horrendous happening in the distance and you were squinting to see with a disgusted look on your face, eyes wide open. But the most terrifying part of the face was the immaculate cheekbones that it had. It looked like a handsome Squidward from SpongeBob was a cat. And he gave me a picture of it. He drew a picture of it. What made it worse when I was thinking about it after I got in my car and remember a listener pasta detailing a similar event with a baby-faced cat.
All right, good.
I had to take a second to compose myself before I started driving after this revelation. It was one of the strangest things that has ever happened to me, and I just wanted to share.
All right, there it is.
Wow.
Very interesting. And there, the answer has been, the question has been answered. We did cover that in a listener pasta. Very good. The old baby-face cat, horrifying stuff. This one comes in from HR. The subject is Edgewood LSD monkeys and my grandpa. You know, and we get so many subjects just like that every day.
I really like it.
It's amazing.
This is the best part of our lives. I will say with that cat story, do you think it was just a BG actor from the Cats movie?
It really could be. That's a horror movie, right? The Cats movie. It's marketed as a horror film.
I have a whole sack of mushrooms waiting for me. I'm literally going to take mushrooms and go. I can't wait.
You're going to trip out, man. It might not be a great experience, but it'll be an experience. So anyway, HR writes, I recently went back and re-listened to the episodes on Edgewood so that I could ask my dad about it. He served in the Army's chemical corps and visited there often. I myself have been there multiple occasions with him, so the episodes gave me extra creeps since I've actually set foot on the base. Interestingly enough, my dad grew up about an hour from Edgewood in the 60s and 70s, so when I asked him about LSD and drug testing on soldiers there, he laughed and said he thought all of the rumors / conspiracy / tales were true, much to my surprise. He said he couldn't confirm human testing, though, because he specifically knew that they tested on animals. My grandpa was a Maryland state trooper during that time, and apparently one day he came home with a crazy story, and the whole family took it to be a joke. Apparently, a chimp was so high on LSD, it escaped from the testing facility in the 1960s and was running around the base going wild. As you could expect a chimp on LSD to do. Weirdly, the MPs called the state troopers instead of handling it themselves, and my grandpa was the one who shot the chimp down from a tree with a shotgun. My dad, that's very sad. My dad said their whole family laughed it off and didn't believe the story. But about 30 years later, my dad happened to meet an old military scientist who was stationed at Edgewood, who confirmed the story word for word.
Wow.
There you go. See, grandpa stories are the best.
Yes, they can be.
They can. Oh, they can
Your
also be.
Your grandpa's stories, technically, you have to pretend to not hear them. And you have to go, I'm on a need-to-know basis, Oompa.
It's not. He's not working for Willy Wonka. It's Opa. All right, we got one more.
Okay, let me go through a couple of these. Number one, what I got was I got a couple updates from last week. I got many responses about the idea if someone is crazy or if they prepare for a murder, even if it's heinous.
Okay.
More so than they do it spontaneously. And it seems to be the main answer is it depends.
Great.
Which is great.
So it's not. So we don't have an answer.
We don't.
Okay.
But there's a couple of ones that say, all right, so one was, it's like a guy named C wrote, who is a licensed clinical psychologist who's worked at a number of forensic inpatient hospitals.
Okay.
He said there's a lot of stuff where it's like, a lot of time competence means, do they understand what they did was wrong at the time of the crime? And are they able to work with an attorney? Because sometimes there are people that they're dealing with, individual thinks that the attorney is out to get them, especially if they are especially if they're another race or ethnicity. Where he was working, he saw that quite a bit, where various people wouldn't trust the attorney. based upon even just social bullshit from
Right.
the inside, and that fucks with the idea if they're competent or not. But then also sometimes they're just straight up too sick to work in the court system that they can't understand it.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
See, some folks do things because they're very ill. Sometimes people do things because they do not have a conscience or empathy, which is different. Nature and nurture go into it, as well as those pesky traumatic brain injuries. It will depend on the person as to whether they knew what they were doing, the purpose of the behavior, and the accompanying emotions, cognitions to the incident. Some folks are not blessed with a high intellect. Others are easily led astray by external influences. Therapy can help bring to light certain reasons why folks do stuff, such as feeling inferior or unworthy or unloved. Such emotions, when coupled with anger and a perfect storm of opportunity, can lead to impulsive, deadly consequences. I do evaluations for the court on teenagers to see whether they are risk for future violence. I cannot make a definitive answer other than, at this time, they appear to be a high risk based on blah, blah, blah.
Okay, interesting.
So, again, it's very case by case, but I think it's really interesting to see that there are two things there where legally it's about the crime, and it's also literally, can they go through the court process?
Right, and of course, teenagers, their brains are not fully developed yet.
No.
And that's why it's really difficult and horrible when they charge them as adults and give them life sentences and throw them away when I believe they can be rehabilitated.
Also, another quick update from T. So we covered the guy that did the ritualistic murder with the
With the shrine?
did the ritualistic murder with the shrine.
Yeah.
And according to T, we had a couple of people who wanted to clarify they do believe the altar looks like it was one for the spirit of Exu Elegua Papa Legba in the African traditional religions.
Okay.
So it is quite possible for it is very common for someone to use graveyard dirt, church dirt for different spells, works in these religions. The mummified remains do not surprise me either, as it accepted among the ATRs that you use human remains in your work.
All right.
But again, this is what everybody says, is that you can believe in whatever you want to believe, but it does not involve molesting.
But he was a child molester, though.
Yeah, which is really sullies it.
Yeah.
It really makes it all bad. All right, so this is one. We'll do one last
All
letter.
right.
This is from E. The other day, I was listening to the second episode on the Hillside Stranglers. I think it's episode 226. There was mention of a completely solidified towel and pair of underwear made concrete from months of cum being found under Kennifer's bed. Hopefully, you guys know which one of the two killers I'm talking about, because that's all I can recall to his name. We know. Now, this reminds me of a cum crustiness of a cum story I've heard that I thought you would all enjoy.
Okay.
Now, one of my exes was a 911 operator working overnight shifts, and he told me this crazy story because I guess there were freaking psychos in a town that would literally call in just to have somebody to rant at. A particular one of these liked to call in and talk about a local news lady that he was obsessed with, despite knowing that she was a lesbian. Not only was she open about it on the station, but she also kind of had a butch look. Again, it was obvious, but he's a literal psycho, as you will see. One night, the cops were actually dispatched to his house because he had either been abusing the 911 phone line so much or made a pointed threat towards the news lady. The cops apparently radio into the dispatchers to write down details of a visit, so they were talking about the condition of the house as they entered.
Uh-huh.
First, they noticed it was very much like a hoarder's house with trash and dirt everywhere. Second, as the cops approached the chair where this guy was sitting in only tighty-whities, they noticed a large cake pan, 9x13, filled with white liquid. After questioning, the man informed officers that this was in fact his semen for many weeks, collected as a gift for his beloved female anchor.
Oh, no. Oh,
That's nice.
That is disgusting. So they arrested him.
A lot of thought goes into that.
No
Do you remember
thought goes
when-
into that. It's thoughtless. It's the most thoughtless thing you can do. Come in a pan and give it as a gift. Go to Hallmark and pick out a card. That has
It takes a lot
behind
of thought. You have to be at the grocery store and look at the cake pans and be like, perfect. That's just the amount of cum that I want to send to my beloved.
I have a feeling he just got the cake pan out of his own freaking pantry, and it's a good thing. I hope he's in a psych ward somewhere, because that is scary.
I hope that he is somewhere relaxing.
Yes. I hope not.
Yes.
I hope he's somewhere, yes, fine, relaxing, behind bars. That would be best. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for listening to this week's
Because you know who
Side
also put a lot of work into her
Who
stuff?
did?
Do you remember Paige, who made that gigantic embroidery of us that she gave to us in Bethlehem?
It was unbelievable.
This was incredible. So much work. And you didn't have to come once.
No, you did not. And I want to thank you. That's very...
She could have come on top of it.
She did not.
I didn't see any black marks.
She did not, and thank you so much for that. I also want to thank the woman who made the blankets for us. I don't know if this is comforting or not, but I sleep with it now, and it's the most cozy blanket I have ever had in my entire life. It says "Hail Yourselves" on it, and it's got Sasquatch on there and a big old pentagram, and it's just really fun, and I just love it. So thank you so much for that gift. And we'll see everyone very soon in Europe. We make plans at the start of the year, and then it's like, yeah, but it ain't never going to happen. And then it does happen. So this Sunday, we will be embarking on a journey to the motherland of beer, Dublin.
Oh, sweet beer. Well, Dublin is not, it's just the beer, right? You got Guinness.
That's
I know
Guinness.
that there's got a craft
JMO.
beer thing happening there, but and whiskey. And so what I want to say is, guys, we're going to Dublin.
Yeah.
We're going to Manchester. We're going to Bristol. Tell us where we should go.
Yes.
Because Dublin is an interesting city because obviously, bars, of course.
I'm going to have meat
Dublin,
pie,
but
JMO in Dublin.
Point us where to go.
Yes,
because
please.
I don't want anything fancy. I want the best pub food.
Yes.
I want to because I feel like the first couple of days there we might make some responsible decisions. But we have to make sure, Kissel, we have a tour to do.
Yes, that's
You and I have to make sure to remember we have shows that we must be capable of doing.
And we will be, as always. It'll be great. The shows will be wonderful. And we're thinking about touring the Guinness factory. So if anyone works at the Guinness factory, or maybe the founder of Guinness is a big listener, perhaps they want to give us a lifetime free amount of Guinness.
Because
hit us
we
up.
all made a big thing because we want to go to the Guinness factory to go look at how it's made. But I know it's just going to be me and Kissel. They're going to be doing science. And we're like, yeah, this is great, but when can I get my beer?
Yep. And then they're going to be like the tall man from German descent, the short man from Polish descent. They were the worst two customers we've ever had.
But they will be the best.
We will.
Because all we want is beer.
We just want the sweet Guinness right out of the teat.
I'll listen.
I love it. I know. I'm excited.
So laugh.
Yep.
Every day. Laugh like your Kissel up to his nipples in a big warm vat of Guinness, fresh Guinness, bladdling in it like it's a big brown bath, just washing his armpits in it like he's a Looney Tunes character.
That'd be fun.
A Looney Tunes character.
Yeah.
Laughing full of bubbles with a shower cap on. Love that frothy head. A sweet Guinness. Woo, I'm already thinking about it.
I know.
I'm already thinking about it, buddy. We're going to have so much of that fucking frothy goodness so soon, just sliding down our guts like a bunch of bubble bath for your liver.
I love it.
And then you gotta
live.
Yeah, that's the third one.
Is live. Did you forget Triple L?
I did.
Very good.
I did. Live in the moment.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was doing. I was in the present, which is why I forgot the third L of Triple L. Because I was in the present, enjoying sitting in my sister's childhood room, imagine the boys that she wanted to kiss that were all homosexual.
Well,
that's what
she has a type. She has a type.
Does. Not anymore, I guess. I don't know.
Who knows?
At the same time, she liked a delicate man and sitting here with her fantasies of going horseback, riding behind Orlando Bloom, holding on to his tiny feminine thighs.
Yep.
Just on adventure after adventure going,
oh, Orlando, I know you take me far away from high school because they don't understand me.
Wow.
And he's like, yes, my sweet sister. I mean, girlfriend.
Yeah, she is going to kill you. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for listening. Hail yourselves.
Hail Satan.
Magustalations.
Hail me, please.
Yes.
Oh, God. I got the shirts.
Good on you, buddy. You're at home.
Buddy.
You're allowed to do that.
Because when you're here, you're literally family.
This show is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks to our ad sponsors, you can support our shows by supporting them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.